Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at a really good team for the current Sunshine Cup. I really wanted to play this team from the beginning, but I figured that most likely nobody really going to try out Runerigus other than me, and definitely you should try this Pokemon out. But not with the standard moveset, because a lot of people don't know that this Pokemon learns the move Rock Tomb. You don't see Runerigus that often, but if you see it, you usually have Sand Tomb on this Pokemon, but Rock Tomb is amazing. Rock Tomb going to allow you to have a great coverage for this current meta as well. Also, I saw someone on Reddit posting that I usually don't commentate the entire time about like the team itself, so I'm going to do it this time around. So as a small challenge for myself, we're going to talk about how this team works and also literally anything that I can really say about this team here right now for today. I'm not doing anything else. We're going to have here the Vigoroth as our Saysop. We're going to have this Pokemon in general. If you, for example, face a Vigoroth with this team, you're going to go into your Vigoroth yourself, trying to mirror it, and you're going to try to, at least at the end of the day, have your Runerigus against the opponent's Vigoroth, because thanks to the move Rock Tomb, it's actually a good matchup. We're most likely going to see that as well. I didn't really pick any battles or whatever, just put in whatever you want to see. This is a horrible Pokemon to face, of course. We're going to have here Blaziken against us. Blaziken is the best core breaker for this team, as it's going to be able to break both the Abomasnow as well as the Vigoroth. But Vigoroth as Saysop is so amazing in the current meta. You're going to see here, of course, I will have to take basically one shield from myself, but I'm still going to be able to realign my Pokemon, which is going to be amazing for me. As you're going to see here right now, we will be able to just farm them all the way down. And even if they're going to go back into the Blaziken, we can go for another charge move here, but they're actually going to decide to go into their next flying type Pokemon, which is going to be the Pidgeot. They're running Gust, which is actually a little bit more difficult for me to deal with, because Gust does more damage as a fast move, and I think it does more damage in general, like in the matchup here against the Abomasnow, which makes it a little bit awkward. But they're going to swap out into the Blaziken, which is going to open up an opportunity for us, as we can go ahead and shield up the move from the opponent. It's going to be a Blast Burn coming through here, as this Rock Tomb going to be able to debuff them or get the shield here as well. But no, we're going to be able to knock them out here straight away. And we will get the Pidgeot back in here. We can go for the Rock Tomb, allowing us to get the attack drop from the opponent for the opponent here, which is going to be very decent for our Abomasnow. They're actually going to go ahead and go for the Brave Bird to knock me out. They cannot get to another charge move immediately afterwards. You cannot store a Brave Bird in something else for the Pidgeot unless you're on Aerial Ace, which nobody does. So that's amazing for us. So we were able to still win this one. Pokemon that's not really amazing to deal with for our team itself is the Girafarig. This is actually most likely the worst Pokemon to face. I see that more commonly recently, like since the end of Go Battle Day or something, more people are running this Pokemon, which is a smart idea. This Pokemon is very cool. Would have also showcased it if I still had a slot for this open, but like tomorrow the cup disappears. I would rather focus on the cups that are coming up. Tomorrow we're going to have the Master League as well as the Little Cup, I think jungle version or something. No, Element Cup, I think, available, so that's that. But here we're going to see the Girafarig going to be get farmed down by our Runerigus, but sadly it feels like we're going to get completely hardwalled here. We're going to have an Macago against us, and I don't think there's anything that we can do here anymore, because the Macago going to be able to go ahead and now knock us out. We can go for still one charge move. They're going to let this move go through, but they have a jump off in the back. And actually, I think if they didn't have Bullet Seed here, but Fairy Wind, which is what usually people run, I would have been able to win this game here, because you see here already I still have 2 shields. I would do some decent damage with my fast move. Rock Tomb is super effective. Rock Tomb debuffs the opponent's attack. But of course, Bullet Seed being super effective plus stab against me, it kind of hurt me there a bit, but it's kind of an odd one, because nobody, like, it's the only jump life I've ever seen for the last, I don't know, since it basically got Fairy Wind, that had the move Bullet Seed, because Bullet Seed is just the worst fast move for this Pokemon. We're going to see here the Nidoqueen coming in. Nidoqueen is also a little bit tricky to deal with. Actually, it depends really, because if you expect the opponent to have the move Stone Edge, the matchup against Runerigus is a free one. With Earth Power, it can be a little bit tricky. They're going to go for the Poison Fang here. I expect them to have Stone Edge. Like, a lot of people run Stone Edge here because there are a lot of Pokemon to hit with that. Well, there's basically only one Pokemon to hit with the Earth Power, which is the Galarian Stunfisk. So that's kind of fine here. We're going to see the Vigoroth coming in, and as we know that they have the Flyer in the back here, we will be able to now shield this move up. I will be able to knock out the Vigoroth for sure with another Weather Ball, and I should be able to outspeed the opponent as well. And this will allow us now to still have enough health to get to another Weather Ball in order to not knock out the opponent, but get them lower. But they most likely think, oh, it's going to be all fine because, yeah, the Runerigus usually doesn't have anything to hit a Noctowl. But not today. We're going to be able to Rock Tomb them, and they actually forfeit already. So I guess they knew already that we are running Rock Tomb. Next opponent, we're going to see a Piloswine in the lead. Shadow variant is definitely a little bit better for you. Of course, Energy Ball would be super effective, but I don't even want them to shield, to be fair. I don't really want to have this Pokemon against my Runerigus, and as you're going to see here right now, we perfectly can farm them down after one Weather Ball, which is amazing for us. Piloswine, not the bulkiest Pokemon. They have a Nidoqueen. I should have mostly thrown my Charge Boost first, but they're actually going to reveal the final Pokemon here as well now, which is going to be the Gliscor, and this is going to be amazing for us, because Gliscor would be very tricky to deal with for our Runerigus, because of the ghost typing that we have, and they have Night Slash, which is super effective. But it is very good to deal with now here for the Nidoqueen in general for our Runerigus, because Runerigus is going to have a great time against the Nidoqueen here right now. I have a ton of energy stored onto our Bomber Snow as well, and I don't really care if they go for a charge move here. Even an Earth Power does not knock us out. Runerigus has insanely good stats here, especially with the IVs that I have here as well. Very, very good Pokemon. Next opponent, this is the Broken Traveler ad. This is Poochum, who actually traded me a Halucha, so thanks to them. Very, very nice. I have my Halucha from them from the EOIC, so someday I'm going to definitely showcase the Halucha as well. Here we're going to pick up a very good lead. If you didn't know this matchup, as a Noctowl user, you most likely should just go for the zero shield scenario, which is the only shield scenario that you're going to win. Here didn't really help them for them to use the shield at all, because we were able to farm them down. We're going to see another Vigoroth. We're going to just be able to mirror our Vigoroth against them, which is exactly what you're supposed to do with this team. Swapping into the Vigoroth is really important here. As you're going to see a Galarian Stunfisk in the back, very nice catch by the opponent here, but at this point of time I can just basically, yeah, clean up the game. I know what they have in the back, I know what I have to do to win this game here. I will be able to go ahead and go into my Bomber Snow right now and try to throw in the CMP here, which should work out pretty well, hopefully. And they're going to throw exactly, and I know already, of course, the opponent's Vigoroth is pretty low. I have a great matchup with my Runerigus here, and just for the trolls and also for the debuffing chance here, I'm mostly gonna go for the Rock Tomb in order to get the drop-off course of the opponent's attack, which is going to allow us to most likely get the shield anyway, because it's basically their last Pokemon, and they're going to swap out now. This is only a Body Slam. I don't even have a shield anyway, but it doesn't really matter anyway. Double resisted Body Slam doesn't really do too much damage. We can go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball to finish up this match. You see already how underrated Runerigus is for this cup, so like if you want to play your last few battles there, if you're not really interested in the Little Cup or the Master League coming up here, this might be a team for you, which is kind of funny. Here we're going to have a very interesting matchup. You're going to see me shield here. This is the matchup against the Vigoroth in the scenario where they use Vigoroth as a safe swap. This is basically your trap for this Pokemon, but as you're going to see here, we can go ahead and go for one Rock Tomb. This does not knock them out, and two also don't knock them out. But with this shield here, you're going to now only have to take a double debuffed version of the Bulldoze. Bulldoze still would not do too much damage, but here you see how little damage this actually does. And it does not really put you into a range where they can farm you down afterwards or like knock you out anyway. And you're going to lose one shield here, yes, but you're going to still have your Runerigus around. And you have a ton of energy getting out of this matchup. This is why the matchup against the Vigoroth is so much fun, because you're just going to be able to farm them all the way down, get so much energy and allow you to here get the shield back and also do a lot of damage against the Gligar from the opponent. And here we're going to see now a Pokemon that I really didn't want to face. We're going to see a Marowak. Marowak is a little bit tricky to deal with for this team, especially like if you don't have your Runerigus anymore. But it's a rare Pokemon to face in this cup because of all the normal types as well. I went straight for the charge move, just thinking that I'm most likely going to still be able to survive this one here and still get to my next charge move, and I am right about this one. The opponent goes for another charge move anyway before, so I am forced to shield. I won't be able to go for my Bulldoze now, which will knock them, like not knock them out, but gonna put them low enough that I can go ahead and go for one charge move here. Didn't want the opponent to throw a charge move. I could have mostly farmed them all the way down as well, but I wasn't really sure about this one. Still, we will be able to win CMP here. We still would have been able to survive one Night Slash from the opponent. And this is going to be it for this game. Next opponent, let's take a look at what they're going to have here. We're going to see a Vigoroth in the lead. As said before, we swap immediately into our mirror lead matchup there, and we're going to see a Noctowl. You have several ways to play this one out here. I expect them to have a Nidoqueen in the deck right now. I expect it right now because I'm looking at the matchup, but I didn't expect it while I was playing the games, because like there is at least the team that I showcased as well on Sunday, so 2 days ago, which had the Nidoqueen in the back. Here, sadly, I survive always basically with 1 HP. This is basically how it always goes. So, like, this is not really anything crazy. And it actually is a Nidoqueen, so that's cool to know. But it's kind of tricky for me to deal with this team right now. I can go ahead and go into my Snow here, trying to maybe take this charge move. It's not really looking too good for us. We're going to be able to swap out, and we're going to get the Vigoroth out of here. I actually remember this game as well now, because I know this scenario here right now. We can go for the Rock Tomb, I'm gonna get the debuff, which is amazing. I'm going to shield this move up because... No, actually not going to shield this move up. I should have shielded this move up most likely, because I know that the Nidoqueen has the move Stone Edge, so not really Earth Power, and I don't think they would have got there anyway in time. But... let's take a look at this one here. We're gonna get pretty low, and the opponent makes a great catch here onto the Nidoqueen, winning them basically the game here. I don't think I could have farmed him down anyway, so don't think it was really that important that they did this catch, but of course it looks fancy and definitely going to clean this game for them, because I don't really get to anything anymore. I needed to get to another charge move there. Maybe I still had a chance. Nah, I don't think I had a chance. They had 2 body slams stored already at this point of time. Very decent lead for us again. Again, as a Noctowl user, you want to go into the zero shield scenario here if you have to stay in, because you double weak to our Snow. As this player does here as well. They can go ahead, go for a charge move here. They're going to knock me out here if I wouldn't shield this, but I'm going to shield this move up. And I get out of this matchup with an energy ball stored, which is amazing for us. The opponent has a Vigoroth, the opponent has a Trevenant as well. Bulldoze is, I think, the better move to go for, because it's only single resisted, but not even that sure about it anymore. It's still definitely not a beautiful matchup for us. As you're going to see here, Bulldoze is not going to do a ton of damage either. I'm just going to go for the body slam spam now, so we're going to get them lower. But it's not really looking too good for us here right now. If they're overfarmed 100 energy, they should be able to actually still have a Shadow Ball stored after this one here. I'm going to go ahead and just let this move go through. I can farm down otherwise with my Runerigus here, but actually they're going to go ahead and go for the Seed Bomb, which is nice. We still have the Vigoroth available for the opponent. I'm going to go ahead and go straight for the shield here. This is how you're going to have to play this matchup anyway. We're now going to be able to shield up the Bulldoze, going to be able to get one more Rock Tomb off. We'll get the debuff here, and they're going to shield this move up, but it doesn't really matter too much, because with the debuffs as well, we're going to be able to now survive one counter on our Snow to get to another charge move as well, which is going to be amazing. And we see the Bulldoze basically does no damage here against us, but what we can also do here is we can go for another Rock Tomb here, of course, which is going to be able to debuff them even further, and we're going to go for the fancy play, and we're going to be able to catch the Bulldoze onto our Snow, completely destroying the opponent's soul here, as we're going to be able to knock them out with another Rock Tomb. And you see already how good Runerigus with the Rock Tomb is in this meta right now. It's amazing to play. Let's take a look at the next one here. We're going to see a Swampert in the lead. This is going to be fine for us. It's going to be a Stunfisk in the as a say swap there. Not even sure. Maybe you could have also went into the Runerigus here in this matchup. I usually go into the Vigoroth. I'm going to be able to shield up the charge move from the opponent. I can go and retaliate with one Bulldoze here. This is going to knock them out, and we basically get out of this matchup with a ton of health still left, still some energy, and then we will be able to hit those body slams against the opponent, which is going to be nice. A lot of times they're going to have a flying type Pokemon in the back. I like the Noctowl or the Pidgeot in this case. Let's take a look at what they're going to have here. We're going to see the Vigoroth in the back. That's also kind of awkward for us, but it's going to be okay. We're going to be able to now go ahead, go into our friend, the Runerigus. We have the move, what's called Rock Tomb here, and you see me no shielding here because I know that my Runerigus is going to be able to still have a great time here, and it doesn't really matter what the opponent does here. We should be able to always still survive everything, and we're gonna get them super low already at this point of time. They're gonna go into their Swampert. They can knock me out if they want to, but I'm actually not going to allow them that. I'm going to shield this move up. I have my Shadow Ball stored. I know that the opponent is forced basically to go for a Bulldoze here right now. And with that, they basically have not enough energy to go for 2 body slams against the Snow. I can even just go into my Vigoroth and just counter them down. There was nothing the opponent can do with it anymore anyway. So let's take a look at the final game for today's video. We're going to have here the lead that you don't really want to face, the Vigoroth, as we're going to see a Swampert coming in. A Swampert going to go for 1 shield, which is all I kind of want from the Swampert matchup anyway. I take your shield, you can take me if you want to, but he's going to, do I shield this? I can shield this. I can maybe get another shield here. he can still take me. We're going to see here the Body Slam going and get the shield from the opponent. They still have to throw another charge move here against us, and we would be able to realign, but we don't want to realign. I can go ahead and go into my Bomber Snow, get a ton of energy. They can still go and swap out. Vigoroth coming in, Vigoroth going to get hit by a big boom here, energy ball coming through, and sadly, I think I forgot about that they had so much energy still in the Swampert at this point of time, but I'm not sure about this. I will be able to go into my Runerigus, and you see me already. I'm not going to throw a charge move here. I have so much energy now left. I will be able to now go ahead and farm them all the way down. In comes the Swampert again. I should shield this and just farm them down. I think they're out of energy now, but why do I go for the charge move here? That doesn't really make too much sense. I will be able to knock them out, and we're going to see a Stunfisk in the back. That's kind of nice. We can go for one Shadow Ball here right now. This Shadow Ball going to do some decent damage, around half of the opponent's HP, and we're going to swap out now to the Bomber Snow. I swapped out in time, so it's 2 away basically for the next charge move here, so the opponent couldn't store up a Rock Slide as well as an Earthquake to knock me out here, and I will be able to win this game. So yeah, Runerigus, a lot of fun. Like, honestly, I had so much more gameplay because I played for half of the Go Battle Day. Highly recommend you this team. It's so much fun to play. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed me talking a little bit more about the team itself. If you like those for future ones, please leave a like on the video and let me know in the comment section. See you then, and bye!